Food, Singapore's restaurant chain Botak Jones, founded by Bernie Utchenik, was born out of the idea that everyone should have access to well-made food of all types. Now, he says he saw a lack of availability of good old-fashioned American food in the industrial and heartland areas, and that pushed him to start Botak Jones.
I'm trying to get as much flavor in your mouth as possible. We're trying to bring a higher quality level or foods that aren't ordinarily seen in, let's say, this kind of environment, so that people can have a taste of what it's like on the other side.
Botak Jones is the brainchild of American-born entrepreneur Bernie Utchenik. He ended up in Singapore in the 1980s to work for the oil industry and found himself running a small sandwich place. The rest, as they say, is history, but not before some tough times that saw some of his dining ventures fail. What was the main thing that you learned, though, from some of the earlier setbacks that you had in the F&B industry?
Well, each one taught me something about myself, mostly, about what I could rely on, how to run myself, judgment, about not putting maybe all your eggs in one basket, and just the experience of going through it lets you get to the edge, maybe, where you might give up again the second time, but now you know what to expect, so you're not as fearful as maybe some other people are if they get close to a very difficult time and they say, oh, it's time to shut her down. You say, no, I can see we can get through this. I'm feeling really good about it. You know, usually it's a gut feeling.
So let's talk about the concept of Botak Jones. How did you come up with that concept?
Since I was a self-taught chef and I had my own recipes, what's the least expensive way to get back into the food business? So obviously, you know, coffee shops or a small kitchen, rather than owning, let's say, a whole restaurant or a whole pub, was the idea. And the idea was to do it in a way that the food is very high quality. Since I make it myself, or we were making it ourselves, we knew what was going into the food. We were buying very good ingredients. Because our overheads were quite low, we could sell it at prices that really no one else could approach us on. So that kind of spawned the catchphrase, damn good food at a damn good price, trying to put it in a way that it would gain attention. Of course, we morphed into something, you know, a bit different.
Yeah, much bigger right now. You do have sort of 11 outlets, and you know, you employ like 200 people. How do you still keep in touch with the day-to-day running of the business and still keep the quality control there in spite of...
I can tell you I do it all myself, and then a lot of people would beat me up after this interview, right? Well, we had a very close-knit core group of people who, like me talking to you, would get a feeling from these people, what they would be able to contribute and what they believed as far as what we were doing. We had a mission that evolved from this business, was to provide a better quality of food and a higher grade of service than the average Singaporean was being afforded at the time, or still is. And that came about by all these government drives to get people to be more courteous, or let's treat the tourists nice and whatever. And I'm thinking, well, why aren't we treating each other nice?
And having made a name for himself in Singapore, Bernie says he's going to stick it out here.
Of course, we want to expand to other countries in the region, but this is a Singapore company. My life is Singaporean. I'm going to be Singaporean, and I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of this country. And this country has a lot to offer people who really want to try something for themselves, who really want to work at something.
Yeah, watching